Hey folks, welcome back, I think, and welcome if you're new to my channel. First things first, I will not have my image in the way during gameplay. No, it's a beautiful game. We're going to get to the beautiful game. So guys, I like to just kind of come on, say hello, so that you can put a face to the voice kind of deal. And yeah, we're going to have a lot of fun with this Hogwarts playthrough, guys. Just a real quick, brief. So much fun. Like, I have played this game many times now. It's a quick game. If you just kind of stick to the storyline, you can get through it in a month or two, depending on how much you're playing, how many days in a row, how many hours in a row, etc. But I normally find about the 2 month mark for me, and that's playing just about every day, maybe for a couple of hours. Again, guys, just so much fun. It's all here. Open, explore, free roaming, looting, do quests in whatever order you wish, for the most part. I mean, some of it's going to be guided, especially earlier game tutorial type deal. But just so much fun, guys. I cannot emphasize that enough. Now, I know it's not Zelda. This is not Breath of the Wild. This is not Tears of the Kingdom. But I have to be honest. While I'm playing this game, I feel very Zelda. I know it doesn't make sense. This is a completely different universe. We're using wands and more ranged attacks than we are like sword and shield. The world is completely different. The environments are completely different. But while I'm playing the game, there is definitely a Zelda feel here. Just between like the discovery element, the fun and the joy in the game. Not only that, it's like there's a lot of parallels too. There's like an inventory type of thing. It's not Korok seeds, but it's close. It's I think they call them like Merlin puzzles. It's been a minute, and y'all know me with names. Those tend to get butchered. But yeah, guys, all in all, just when I am playing this game, I definitely feel like it's a good, close second to the Zelda games. People are always Googling games like Zelda. Well, I have to put that one on this list for sure. It definitely has that feel to it. So anyway, guys, enough rambling there. Oh, one more thing before I get into gameplay here. Bingo! So thank you so much, ED Plays, for bringing Bingo to the channel. I have had to put a new link in there. I don't think the old link was working. I tried to update it, but I don't know. I must have generated like 15-20 cards or something, and it just and it just was not pumping out some of the new words. Are we here? Yes. Okay. I have had internet issues today, by the way, so that's another disclaimer. If the internet drops off, I'll just have to pause for a few seconds, let it kind of figure itself out, come back on, and we should be good. But so yeah, getting back to the bingo, guys, I did have to put a new link in there. So the link that's in the description below, and you might have to like close out of the chat window depending on what device you're watching on. So once you close out of the chat window, you should be able to go to more, or it might say info or something like that. Basically, it's the description, and the link is in the description there. So again, new bingo link. Hopefully it's working. I did kind of tweak it a little bit to fit more, Hogwarts. So the ones that used to say like Link does this or Link does that, it just say Lore does it. But yeah, guys, should be a lot of fun. Hey, the game channel. Welcome. First indeed. Gabbo. Oh, okay. Itzel. Not sure if I said that right. Again, my superpower is butchering names. But hey, welcome. Good to see you. Hogwarts Legacy. Let's go! Yeah, I'm ready, guys. Such a fun game. It's been a few months since I played it. I did kind of like a warm-up playthrough about 2, maybe 3 months ago. It was right before I started doing Star Wars Outlaws. Just because I knew I'd be redoing this playthrough at some point. The first one I did on the channel, guys, it was my first streaming experience. I really didn't know what I was doing. I did my best, but it was not great quality. I didn't have the audio situation correct, so my instruction was oftentimes hard to hear. The video quality was not great. There was a SDR to HDR conversion issue going on, which resulted in loss of color. So anyway, hopefully all that stuff is, squared away for this playthrough. It should be good quality, should be a lot of fun. Not only that, I recorded that one super late at night, and it just wasn't working out too well. I was real tired, I didn't know what to talk about, and it was just a lot of bland kind of gameplay. So anyway, yeah, hopefully, we'll rectify all those situations with this new and improved update to the gameplay, or the playthrough, or the walkthrough. Hey Wanda, welcome, welcome. American Justice, good to see you again. Veronica, I'm gonna have to give that one a try or two. Long throw, I hope not. There better not be long throw in this game. I might long throw my Joy-Con. Veronica Bodlakova. Again, my best efforts. Terrible with names, that is my superpower, so apologies if I butchered that. But good to see you, welcome. I got your name right, it's all awesome. Little victories. Wanda says the bingo works. Awesome. Alright guys, about a 5 to 10 minute intro here. I have a new coffee mug to introduce to the channel. I don't get older, I level up. And you can already see my EXP meter there. It's working on it. So I'm still leveling. It's a never-ending deal. I don't get older, I level up. Veronica's fine. Okay, thank you for saving me there. Iwa, hey, good to see you again. Heather Birkby, welcome, welcome. I believe I've said hello to you before, but it's been a few streams, so welcome back, I should say. So Iwa, you said this will be interesting. Yeah, it's an awesome game. Now this one's a little bit heavier on cutscene stuff than like the Zelda games, but guys, they're good. Like, when I play this game, it's kind of like I feel like I'm playing the main character in a movie or a TV show. It is that good. Like, I don't know if these are A-list voice actors, but it's A-list quality. They're super fun to watch. The humor, it's there. They're not overdone. You know, it's cutscene heavy, but it's not overdone. It fits the game just about right. So yeah, it should be a lot of fun between the gameplay, watching me get my butt handed to me from time to time. But, you know, I'm pretty good at the game, too, at the same time, so I'll definitely share some tips, tricks, you know, things that'll help you guys feel like you can definitely be very combat capable throughout this video game. One thing that I should mention before we actually get into it, on the note of combat, spiders! Yes, spiders were a part of the Hogwarts movies, or whatever, Harry Potter movies. So yeah, they're kind of in the video game, and there is a setting in there, so you can go, you know, to gameplay settings, and you can turn off the spiders. I think it's called arachnophobia mode, which I thought was freaking funny. Yeah, because they kind of give me the heebie-jeebies. So yeah, there is a way to shut the spiders off, just in case, you know, you just can't jive with that. The experience meter should double as a temp meter. Wouldn't that be awesome? Ideas. That might be your $1 million idea there, AJ. Okay, gotcha, Heather. You're saying it has been a little while. Okay, so maybe it's longer than I'm thinking. Yeah, that thing saved me. Yeah, this spiders thing, guys, you know, it kind of gave me the willies at first. I just got used to it, you know, and started tuning them out. But, yeah, they definitely, like, they're well done enough to where it really gives you the heebie-jeebies, like, whew, shake it off. Great exposure therapy. Yeah, that's a good way to put it there, Itzel. Alright, so hey guys, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll put a quick bookmark in here. I'm going to go water the horses. And, you know, my EXP meter needs a recharge. So we need to make sure we level up while we're leveling up. And should only be about a minute, maybe minute and a half here. I will be right back. And then we're going to push the start button and we're going to go. A lot of fun, guys. Cannot wait. Oh, wow. I must have dropped my controller and bumpered over to Skyrim. That's a fail. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and get myself out of the way here, get into some gameplay. Thank you all so much for joining. Before I get into it, if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate those things. And with that, I will bid you toodles. Okay guys, I'm not going to be active on chat during cutscene stuff. I really am going to try not to talk over the characters. Again, some of this stuff, it's really well done. I mean, A-list movie or TV show quality. So yeah, we're definitely going to let that stuff play out without any interruption. So I promise I'm not ignoring you in chat. I'll probably be reading chat actually while those are playing. So just know that I'm definitely keeping my eye on that as well. Okay guys, you can see that, I've been waiting for Metroid Prime 4 for some time. Pretty much, since they canceled the game back in 2019, anytime I can play a female character, her name gets to be Samus Aran. I don't know why I do that, just because I guess I was so salty about the whole thing. But yeah, a lot of fun. I'll just go ahead and do the same thing here. I don't know if it will let me have a new character. I'm not sure how many save files you're allowed to have. I'm actually not the best public reader, but I know some people can't really see well, so I'm going to actually read this out loud. Bear with me while I do my best. Oh, 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 oh. We are pleased to inform you that you have been selected... Jeepers. We are pleased to inform you that you have been accepted at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry as a 5th-year student. Term begins on 1 September. Preliminary supplies have been collected for you, and we will accompany you on your journey to the castle. As you may be aware, the decree for the reasonable restriction of underage sorcery prohibits the use of magic by those under the age of 17 outside of school. However, due to your unique circumstances, the Ministry has graciously agreed to allow Professor Jeepers, why did they have to do that? Who put that there? Professor Eleazar. Professor Eleazar. Hey, I think I got it. Professor Eleazar Fig to help you hone your... Professor Eleazar Fig to help you hone your spell casting before escorting you from London to the castle for the start of term feast and the sorting ceremony. Yours sincerely, Professor Weasley, Deputy Headmistress. Alright, again, I'm not the best reader, so apologies for butchering that 50,000 different ways. But yeah, guys, if you're not familiar with the Hogwarts movies, don't worry about that, or the Harry Potter movies. Yes, there's a lot of parallels and a lot of references, but the game still makes sense without that background knowledge. Hey, Holly and Brian Austin, good to see you guys. Alright, folks, I guess I'm just going to take a real quick, I'll try to make it look Samus Aran-ish. It's not really going to work out in this game. It's a completely different type of aesthetic for the, I don't think that has to do with the freckles there. I should have just left it alone. I'm not sure where I was at. And they all kind of look the same anyway. Like, once you're walking around in the world, they all kind of have these pig faces. I don't know how else to explain it. I'm not trying to be mean by any means. But, like, it just doesn't look right. It doesn't look like the character you put together. So the only time this face actually looks like the character you put together, it's during, like, cutscene stuff where it kind of goes into movie mode. But just during normal gameplay, it's really not going to affect anything. So yeah, I would just take a pre whatever. I'm going to try to make it blonde hair with a ponytail, as close to ponytail as I can get. Again, just trying to honor Samus Aran best as I can. That is not a ponytail. A man bun. That might be more Samus Aran than some of their actual ponytails. If a woman is wearing a man bun, is it still a man bun? Yeah, I know Samus Aran never wears a bun, but it does insinuate she has a long ponytail there that's just kind of wrapped up. Because I don't think we have any actual ponytails. Which is a real shame. Like, how can you not have a legit ponytail? Wait a minute, that one might work. It's ponytail-ish. Alright, we'll do that one. And then blonde hair, let's see if we can find that. About as blonde as we can get it here. Samus Aran is more like a darker blonde, nuts. Wrong button. Ooh, that one, I think. That nailed it. It's about as close as we're gonna get. And of course you can change like all sorts of other fun stuff. Face markings and things of that nature. Freckles, moles, it's all just kind of like however you want your character to look. I don't believe Samus Aran has any of those things. You can change the eye color, and I do believe she is a blue-eyed individual. So if I can find some blue eyes, I will go ahead and equip those. Like, she's pretty blue. That actually might work right there. And eyebrow shape, eyebrow color, yeah. You can really start taking some time with this stuff. Yeah, set difficulty. I always just play normal, guys. I always like to play my video game playthroughs on default settings, because that's where most of the players are going to be at. Especially starting out, though. If you want to go down to easy, guys, there's no shame in that. I found the combat pretty difficult my first playthrough, and I did bump it down to easy. Just so I could play the game, get familiar with the combat, because it is a bit of a different mechanic, and honestly, that was a learning curve. So personally, I would recommend, you know, for a first-time player, if you're getting into the normal and it's just too difficult, you know, bump it down to easy until you get used to the combat mechanics. Or even story, for that matter. Okay, yep, we're definitely a witch, so go ahead and hit the A button. That starts our journey. And again, I'm going to be away from chat just for a few moments here to let this stuff kick off.
It appears we are almost ready to depart. It's a pity we didn't have a bit more time to spend on spellcasting. I presume you've been practicing the spells we worked on.
I have, Professor.
Well, I'm quite sure I've never seen anyone take so quickly to a second-hand wand. You'll be a force to be reckoned with when you get your own.
Thank you, Professor Fig. I appreciate you working with me before the term begins.
Oh, Eleazar!
George! Glad my rather cryptic description of our location did not thwart your finding us.
I've apparated to more vaguely defined destinations than this. Though I confess I may have miscalculated slightly on my first try. Gave quite the fright to some theatergoers in the West End.
It's been much too long. When I received your owl, I must say I...
Best not speak here, Eleazar.
Of course. Why don't we speak en route to Hogwarts? We have a start-of-term feast and a sorting ceremony to get to.
Wonderful idea! As long as your young charge here doesn't mind me tagging along.
Not at all, sir.
After you.
Ages since I've been to the castle. Would be good to see the old pile of rocks. left for Scotland.
Just barely.
And who is your traveling companion?
A new student.
New?
Yes, sir. I'm starting school as a 5th year.
How extraordinary.
It is indeed. None of the faculty has ever heard of anyone being admitted to Hogwarts so late.
Nor have I.
Of course, as the other 5th years will have been honing their magical skills for 4 years now, the headmaster asked if I could get our new student up to speed a bit before the term begins.
Well, you couldn't have asked for a better mentor. Professor Fig is not only an exceptional teacher, he's also a remarkably intuitive and gifted wizard.
Mr. Osric is prone to flattery. I dare say it's one of the reasons he's risen so far at the Ministry.
Have you seen this?
I have. Opinions differ as to how great a threat Ranrock really is.
Although I've yet to convince my colleagues at the Ministry, I believe he is a significant threat. And it was your wife, Eleazar, who alerted me to his activities months ago.
Miriam? How?
She wrote to me about Ranrock before she died, wondering what the Ministry knew about his activities. Before I could respond, I received this. It was the last thing she sent me, Eleazar. It came to me via her owl, but with no correspondence. I can only assume
That she had to get rid of it quickly. To keep it safe.
presumably from Ranrock. I cannot open it. Whatever magic protects this is powerful indeed.
It looks like goblin metal. That symbol.
What's the glow?
I don't see a glow.
Nor do I. Merlin's beard. How did you...
Wait! We do.
Hang on! Yeah! Yeah! The key! Give me your hand!
Are you all right? You're hurt.
Perhaps a bit.
Take this. It's Wiggenweld potion. That stuff will right you in a second.
What happened?
Poor George. I can't believe he... What the hell got into that damn thing? Attacking a carriage mid-air? A typical dragon would never...
Professor? Sir, where are we?
I'm not sure. But that key you discovered was clearly a portkey.
Portkey?
An item enchanted to bring whoever touches it to a specific place.
I'm feeling better, sir. If you'd like to look around a bit.
I would. But stay close. We've no idea who created this portkey. Or why.
So yeah, that was a bit of an opening deal there, and honestly it really sets the premise for the entire game. I had to watch that one a few times because anytime I watch a new TV or movie, TV show or movie, like, it gets too much, you know, all at once. So I have to go back and watch it and be like, oh, okay, that's who that dude was, or whatever the case may be. Hey, Link Mario, welcome, welcome. So I never noticed that it's all about the faces being on other students. That's funny. But I do notice they tend to get recycled a lot. So some of the faces do look the same, just with a different hairstyle. But again, guys, you know, when you're doing the actual gameplay, this is going to be the face. I don't know why they do that. It looks nothing like what we selected. That's just the way it is. I don't know if that'll ever be improved one day. So we're in the tutorial stage here. It's just kind of showing you the game mechanics, the basic stuff. More storyline as well.
How far did that portkey take us?
Farther from London than the carriage travelled. We're somewhere in the Scottish Highlands.
Sir, those ruins. Do you
The
think...
portkey was meant to lead us there? I do. This has not been the day either of us expected. But Miriam sent that portkey to George for a reason. And I believe that she, and now George, died in pursuit of whatever it was meant to lead to. If you're sure you're all right, and wouldn't mind indulging me, I'd like to have a look around.
Absolutely, sir.
Good. Let's see if we can find a path, however faded it may be. Mind your step.
Where do you suppose your wife got the portkey that brought us here?
A good question. Miriam spent years searching for evidence of a long-forgotten form of ancient magic.
Ancient magic?
Yes, a powerful magic wielded by a rare few that seems to have been lost to time. Hogwarts Castle was built by, and is itself a stronghold of that ancient magic. I don't know where she came into possession of the portkey, but I am certain it was to do with that search. Ah, there's the path down below. This way.
Love the graphics of those ocean waves. Like, first playthrough I just kind of stood here and watched that for a few. It was pretty cool.
But sir, why was your wife searching for evidence of lost magic?
Miriam wanted to understand why such powerful magic disappeared from the wizarding world. Spoke of the good it could do. But magic is no different than any power. What really matters is the one who wields it.
Is that ice?
It's not cold enough here. It appears to be a sort of enchantment. Someone wanted to block this path. Let's see some of that wand work you were practicing. Focus on the center.
Okay guys, this is when we finally get to start shooting our wand work here, and you can shoot anything that highlights white, so I really like this auto-aiming feature, but again, in the settings there's a way to shut that off. But I just found it really clicked with me, and I absolutely loved it.
Excellent!
Okay, so that's just kind of, again, tutorial teaching you how this works. So basically, you just kind of gotta center-ish your target. When it highlights white, you can squeeze that trigger. Hey, Link Mario, what's up? I know, I don't know what's going on with the hair there. The ponytail is not Samus Aran when it's floating like that, unless she happens to be in space, but then she's in her spacesuit. So, we got issues. Hey, what's up, Ace? Jump. No! No self-inflicted damage, not yet. That comes later, when I'm not paying attention.
That was a bit rougher than I'd expected. Your wand work's improving with every... Ah! Up there!
Thank you, sir.
Alright, so anyway, yeah, I'm just fooling around because, well, I can. But, there's already hidden loot here, guys, and we don't have Revelio yet. That's like If you've been watching my Star Wars Outlaws, it's like the Nick sense. It kind of shows you what's around. It highlights through walls. Super nice tool to have when you're trying to do your looting. You don't want to miss anything. But for now, you just kind of have to know where stuff's at, unfortunately. So yeah, right out here, there should be a little hiding hole. There it is. And you're going to want the gold, guys. Get a head start on gold while you can. That gives you immediate buying power early game.
We're close now. It's just ahead. Steady yourself. Reparo! Almost there.
Why would someone have built this here?
I suspect they valued their privacy. That portkey led us here for a reason. Let's have a look around for anything that seems out of place.
Okay, that mini-map, huge. I rely on that pretty heavily.
Professor, it's a mural of some kind.
Perhaps our host was a noted seer. Interesting.
I do believe we have another investigation point, or maybe even a couple here on this ledge. But I do believe we also have another hidey hole for a hidden chest. And it'll take me a moment to locate that. It's on the other side of this wall here. I'm just making sure I'm not missing anything to investigate. Booyah, baby. Aha.
Professor, this statue...
This may have been his home.
Such an astute observation there.
That enchanted crystallized stone again. But what could it be blocking? What's this? Professor Fig!
Okay, notice she's noticing things nobody else notices, like glowing. She mentioned that glowing key symbol, whatever. And you probably heard Professor Fig talking about ancient magic.
How odd. Why would someone have conjured that enchanted stone here?
And how is there a room behind it?
What room? I don't see anything.
There's that glow again, like the glow on the portkey container.
So yeah, basically, long story short, that's like an integral part of the game. It's a superpower that your character has that nobody else has, and it's pretty freaking awesome. I mean, when you pop off those ancient magic attacks, combat in this game is so fun and exhilarating, and that just really puts it over the top.
What in Merlin's name? Godric's heart.
Where are we?
I don't believe it.
Oh yeah, back to free goodies here. Gimme, gimme, gimme.
Hello?
It can't be.
Just a moment. Ooh. Anything here?
Welcome to Gringotts Wizarding Bank. Vault number 12, I presume.
Precisely.
The key?
Your wife's portkey.
Oh, yes, of course.
This way, then.
Stay close.
Right out of the movies, guys.
After you.
And I loved how they brought that into the game here.
Keep your hands inside the cart if you don't wish to lose them.
How many vaults are there in Gringotts?
Hundreds. In fact, you'll see quite a few on our way to vault number 12. As we speak, we're just beneath the main lobby. The vaults you see now are the newest.
Are private entrances to the bank common at Gringotts?
They are most uncommon. Only one with great wealth or power, or both, could have arranged for such a service.
You'll want to take a breath. A what? That waterfall washes away all enchantments. It's a security measure.
Experienced the thief's downfall before, have you?
Heard of it?
These are the lower vaults that we're passing now.
How deep are we going?
Vault number 12 was commissioned shortly after Gringotts was founded over 4 centuries ago. It resides in the deepest part of the bank. Settle in. We've quite a distance to go.
Vault number?
Vault 12. Momentous day.
On your way.
Professor, the armband that guard was wearing was glowing.
Like the glow you saw in the portkey container?
No, darker. I saw that same glow on the dragon's collar.
Yeah, what was that?
We were just wondering about that goblin back there.
He watches over the oldest section of the bank. Rare anyone goes there anymore. Here we are.
Alright, guys. A lot of storyline there. This is why I had to...
A goblin has been stationed at my desk for hundreds of years. In that time, no one has visited Vault 12 until today. Vault 12.
Thank you for your help.
So yeah, that's why I had to replay the tutorial opening scenes and stuff a couple of times. For one, I was getting used to the combat and the mechanics, but for two, just so much story coming in at you, you know, right off the top. It was a bit overwhelming at first.
What do you suppose we should be looking for?
I'm not sure. Sir, I wonder if you
The
might...
instructions for Vault 12 indicate that I am to grant access to the holder of the key and then close the door.
Wait.
Best of luck.
Professor?
That
That was certainly unexpected. Let me think. There must be something here. Revelio, perhaps?
Revelio?
Yes, a revealing charm. No time like the present. Let's see what we're missing, shall we? Ready your wand and focus.
I don't know why they make you do this. It's not like that's the way you have to move the wand in the game.
Revelio.
Okay, so that's like our
I
Nick
saw
sense.
something.
Move a bit closer and try again.
Okay, so this is what's going to start revealing treasure chests, hidden goodies, everything's going to highlight, and it's very bright, it's very unmistakable. The closer it is, of course, the brighter it's going to be. But yeah, guys, this is going to be your bread and butter.
Well, that's a start. There's that symbol again. I don't suppose you see a way to...
I do, Professor. That symbol has the same glow as the one I saw in the portkey container.
If what you can see reveals the way forward, then I dare say we are about to discover the secret of this vault. Lead the way. Lumos! This is no ordinary vault. I suspect we will need to earn our way out of here.
What do you mean, earn our way out? Do you think this is some sort of test?
I do. But to what end, I can't say. Stay close. There will be no disapparating if things go poorly. Not out of Gringotts.
If he was a real teacher, he is so fired. Bringing a student on like the most dangerous field trip possible. Yeah, he's not only fired, I think he's going to jail. Hey, Jordan Bellamy, welcome, welcome. Glad you're looking forward to this. I know I am. I was ready
see
for another
something up
playthrough.
ahead.
What is it?
That glow again, but on the floor. Revelio.
Okay, there's some hidden chests in these darkened areas, so I'm going to be doing Revelio a bit to make sure I find them all. I think there's 2 or 3.
Lumos! What happened?
When I moved towards the glow, it suddenly seemed as if the ground was swirling about.
Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I'm fine.
You seem to have caused the floor to change.
That statue.
What statue?
I see some sort of statue, but only as a reflection in the floor. Revelio.
I presume this is what you saw reflected in the floor.
It is. The reflection's still there, but the statue's positions don't match. Wait. When you moved, the reflection turned in the direction of the light.
Perhaps you should cast Lumos.
Okay, so yeah, this is going to be another big one, that Lumos. The only thing I don't like about it is when you have it lit and you cast any other like random spell, then it unlights, like it doesn't stay just lit. But you know, you get used to that in time. Hey AJ, you said my class in the 8th grade was in trouble on trips. We've flooded our state house. Oh wow! That is a story that will live on forever. You said you set off the alarm at the White House and had Secret Service snipers draw on us. Wow. Wow. Oh, that's good stuff. Yeah, that's definitely a good one. Okay. Well, I'm glad you know it all worked out.
Lumos.
Well done.
Now the reflection is turning towards me. It does follow the light.
You said that's in the paper. That is so awesome. You can have a t-shirt made with that, like, news clipping. Talk about a conversation starter. Okay, so kind of like what it was doing with Professor Fig, that reflection was following the wand, so just go ahead and do that with your own character here until they line up. So the Secret Service has arrived, and now we're being targeted.
Look out!
Protego!
Accio! Dissecto! Levioso! Deposo!
Okay, they're showing you spell combinations that you'll be using. Try to target one at a time. Oh, I'm not paying attention here. This is tutorial, and I should talk about this. I use that Protego more offensively, but right now in the game, it's only defensive. So it's just basically a shield. Whenever that little halo lights up around her nugget, you can go ahead and push that button, whatever button it's prompting you to do, but you have to hold it down. And now you see I'm actually returning fire after the block. So that's why I say I use this more offensively. Now, it's not doing damage yet. That'll come later. But at some point, we'll be able to use that more offensively and actually be able to do damage with that. So I just consider it another attack more than I do defensive. Not only that, your spells are going to have cooldown, so it's nice to have something else you can go to dish out some damage.
Lumos. Professor? Professor Fig! Professor, where are you? This isn't good.
Okay, so getting back to like
Where
hidden
am I supposed to
chests.
go? What's happening?
And again, she can
The
see
wisps of magic
things
seem to be leading me somewhere.
that no one else can. This is all that ancient magic that she's attuned to be able to manipulate and use to her advantage. It's a huge superpower, guys. It comes into play many times throughout the game. Okay, got another secret chest there, making sure
Lumos.
I don't see anything else lighting up. Aha, see?
Oh,
And it goes
that's
through
where they
walls
lead
too,
me.
which is the nice
That
thing.
glow again.
So if there's something obstructing your view from it, that Revelio will still make it glow for you.
Lumos.
Alright, so we've got to do, I guess, the Revelio
I
first.
suppose I'm on my own this time.
And then we gotta get all of these pointing. And they'll all kind of meet in the middle here somewhere, so you might have to play with this a little bit. I usually just kind of find one and I go back and forth on that one row until the others start catching on and lighting up.
It seems I have no choice. I need to align these statues with their reflections.
And when you're dealing with multiple foes, target one and stick to that until it's dead. The quicker you can reduce the numbers of enemies, the better off you'll be. So, you know, 2 is a lot easier than 3, in other words. So I really just try to focus in on one at a time, get them dead. That starts getting the numbers down. The fight becomes easier and easier as you go. Not only that, now on the Xbox, this is the B button. I do believe on the Switch, this is the A button. So whatever other system you're playing on, there's an evade there. So that comes in handy too, and that's strictly defensive. You do not do any damage when you do the evade. That's strictly for Protego. So hopefully that'll help you with your combat there. Loving it! Notice some of them are different sizes. Maybe not yet. There will be some bigger statues coming into play here in a moment. And the great thing is, you can aim that Protego where you want. So, you know, if the one coming after you isn't the one you want to target, you can target the one you do want to target. For example, well, that one kind of went back to him and shouldn't have. Let me try that again. There you go. So yeah, it's a lot of combat for, you know, your first play so early in the game. But they really want you to know those skills. And that's just another reason I had to play the tutorial stage more than once. Just to kind of get myself familiar with that, because it is quite a different mechanic.
Revelio. Lumos.
Alright guys, looking for a chest. I think I already found them all, but never hurts to double check.
Revelio. Lumos.
I guess that was it after all.
Lumos.
Booyah, baby. Hey Atlantis, welcome, welcome. Good to see you again.
Revelio.
Aha! There are more goodies. Not hidden per se, but they're definitely here. Got a nice head start on some gold going on.
There you are. How did you... What is this place?
I don't know. But I found this floating above that basin.
That is no mere basin. That is a pensive for viewing memories. I wonder... Follow my lead.
All is in place.
The portkey is well hidden.
Perhaps too well. I wonder if the path we've created...
May be impossible to follow. It will only be impossible for one who cannot see traces of ancient magic as I can.
Your ability to see what others cannot will not be enough, Percival. We are entrusting the one who embarks on this path with powerful secrets, with knowledge others will do anything to obtain.
Yes, and if we are correct, Charles, the witch or wizard who completes the trials will have proven themselves worthy of that knowledge, and the responsibility that accompanies it.
We've done all that we can.
That's what you're seeing. The glow that surrounded them.
Yes, sir.
Astonishing.
Can I see magic?
Traces of an ancient magic, to be precise. The magic that Miriam had always believed existed, but could never. Miriam, and perhaps George, died in pursuit of knowledge that has been dormant for centuries. And you, it seems, are the key to understanding why. We were...
It all looks rather different than it did a moment ago.
Someone's coming.
Who were they?
I don't know. But, sir, you shouldn't be in here.
I was right.
Ranrock.
Seems my reputation precedes me. I was beginning to think no one was ever going to visit Rackham's vault.
And why are you here?
No need for that. Just give me whatever it is you found here and we can let bygones be bygones.
Sir, they have the key to the vault.
Choose your next words wisely.
I only meant that the instructions to Vault 12 were quite clear. Sir, I must insist. I was to grant access only to one with the key, and you didn't have...
I have no patience for traitors. Now, where were we?
I'm not giving you anything.
Well, perhaps your young friend here will be more helpful.
No way out.
Are you all right?
Fine, sir.
I've never seen so powerful a goblin. He seemed wholly unaffected by my magic.
Where are we?
It can't be. It seems those who set up the pensive, the locket, and the path to both wanted someone with your ability to end up here. Come. We have a sorting ceremony to get to.
Talk about a cool opening to a video game. I think that was the moment I was sold. I was like, oh yeah, I'm playing this.
Oh, good. We haven't missed the sorting ceremony. I'm no expert, but that seems more appropriate. Now, I need to study this locket as soon as I can, but first I must contact the Ministry. They need to know what happened to George and be warned of Ranrock. For the moment, I ask that you keep all that's happened this evening between you and me.
Of course, sir.
Thank you. Ready for the sorting ceremony? Phineas, Nigellus, Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster.
Fig, nice of you to join us. The sorting ceremony's over.
There were complications.
Complications?
It seems the goblin problem has...
Enough. Goblins. I've no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening.
I'll be in touch.
Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit, but your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder... I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
Okay, it does matter to a degree. You can't break the game here, so just kind of answer them whatever your gut tells you to do. It's going to kind of auto-filter you into a specific house, but you can change that house. So again, it doesn't necessarily matter how you answer these. You can still pick the house you want. Now, there used to be some rumors going around, some Reddits and stuff, that talked about different houses give you different benefits and strengths in the game. That was all just rumor mill. They absolutely do not. You don't get any kind of, damage bonuses or anything like that depending on which house you choose. They're all the same. The only differences are some of your contacts in the houses themselves. So, say you go to Ravenclaw, you'll only have access to the Ravenclaw stateroom or whatever they call that house. If you, choose one of the other ones, then you'll only have access to that room. They're all a little bit different, but they all kind of work the same way in the overall game. So again, just don't worry too much about this. If you really enjoy playing the game, chances are pretty good you're going to play it more than once anyway. So, if you go with one house and then you want to try another house, feel free to start a new save file, give it another go. And let's see, I'm more of a curiosity or a loyalty type of person. I usually get filtered into Ravenclaw.
A desire to learn? I do enjoy a good puzzle, and I believe I have a ready mind.
You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
Alright guys, so again, this is where it gives you the opportunity. Again, I usually get filtered into Ravenclaw just based on the way I answer the questions. So I guess I'll, just go ahead and play it that way. But, you know, it's all pretty much the same game, so don't worry too much about this detail.
You belong in Ravenclaw!
Oh, and one more thing. Due to the unfortunate injury on the pitch in last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled. Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you all have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entrance. It's lovely to meet you. I'm...
Professor Weasley, would you be so kind as to show our new student to their common room?
I shall see to it, sir. As I was saying, I'm Professor Weasley. Pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well, Professor.
As Deputy Headmistress, it is my distinct honor to show you to your common room. Right this way.
Alright guys, I know. A lot of cutscene stuff here. It's all storyline, tutorial, and background. This really sets up the entire rest of the game.
For a student to begin as a 5th year. Might be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I am, Professor.
This is the entrance to the Ravenclaw common room. You must solve a riddle to enter. I won't be of much help, I'm afraid. This sort of thing has always confounded me.
Who lived longer? The ghost or the poltergeist?
A ghost or a poltergeist? A non-being can never have been.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed all of that. I know, again, it was more story heavy, but if you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like the video, I always appreciate that. Now I'm going to go ahead and start the actual gameplay here. A lot of this is just familiarization with, you know, your stateroom, the whatever house you chose, that kind of environment. So if you're not playing your game Ravenclaw, you know, this isn't going to look right just yet, because this is the specific house, I guess. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and kind of start getting into the game here a little bit. Still largely tutorial based, but guys, when Hogwarts Castle opens up, it is massive. You can get lost in here very easily. I've probably spent hours just running around in circles. It's been a great time. But yeah, I'm a lot more familiar with it now than I used to be. I more or less know kind of sort of where I'm going now on purpose. And notice I'm just kind of looking around now for some hidden loot. Again, guys, you're going to want to get a head start on this as you can.
Revelio.
And I don't think there's treasure in here per se. Should start looking real familiar though for you movie fans out there. Like they really did the video game justice. I could not have been happier playing this video game. Okay, I think we're pretty much as far down as we can go now. This will highlight things through walls but you can't always get there from here. You know, that could be on the complete opposite end of the castle that we have to enter some hallway to wind up back over here. So don't pull your hair out too much trying to get to things behind walls unless, you know, you can find a route to be able to do that, of course. And I think this is where we began.
All right. This should be interesting.
Revelio.
Why, hello. Would you like to take a look? Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Amit. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I hope astronomy's on my schedule. It sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all 5th years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you!
So, Veronica, I just saw your chat there about Chloe Grace Martez, if I said that right. I'm not sure who that is, but I'll have to Google it after this. Amit! Yep, he's definitely comes into play later on. There's some questline stuff with him.
That's not right either.
I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden gobstones! I want him to thrive here.
Golden gobstones?
My own little expression. I bought this Dittany seedling from home and I so want him to feel cozy. Dittany is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is Dittany used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your Dittany.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Okay, one more we gotta track down here.
Just have to wait for the right moment. One moment. Watch this.
Ugh! What is this? Someone threw a dung bomb.
Typical.
Let's get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters, and you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be here, ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are firm but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. You had best not keep her waiting.
Alright guys, thanks for your patience there. I had to tend to something there real quick. Meet Professor Weasley outside. Okay, so there's not a whole lot more you can do in here right now. Make special note of these. That's kind of like fast travel points, but you can only use them once you've unlocked them. And normally running into, you know, pretty close proximity will turn them on. And that little white icon down there with a little flame will turn green. So yeah, the white ones are not warpable. The green ones are.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean it will keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Yeah, that field guide, guys, that's your everything. That's your map, that's your inventory.
This way.
And all those pages that you just saw fly out of the book, you have to find them all.
The guide will give you opportunities to practice your magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
So yeah, you'll be doing that Revelio, and you'll hear like a bell ring or something. That means you're close to one. The louder it is, the closer you are.
I certainly would have appreciated something like the field guide when I was a student.
Revelio.
Why don't you cast Revelio on this bust and see what details the field guide can provide?
It's just kind of showing you here. And again, guys, this is your everything. So your gear, your inventory. The gear is pretty much just clothing. But, yeah, map. That's like your log of quests or journal, whatever you want to call that. Letters and stuff that you get from other students or teachers will be here. Pretty much everything you need. The collections, guys, that's kind of just more for information. So when you discover new enemies, etc., you can go to collections, read up on like the foe. It gives you a little bit of background story. It also tells you some weaknesses. So you can absolutely like match some of your attacks to the type of enemy you're fighting and help combat just a little bit better. Talents, that's going to be like your perk tree. That's quite involved, and I'll get through that as we go, you know, further into the game here. And the challenges, that kind of, it's not the same as a perk tree, but kind of, sort of, it's unlockable. So definitely superpowers. And as you do these things, different things will unlock. It might just be, you know, something like cosmetic clothing. but sometimes it's actually useful stuff like inventory increase or something of that nature.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle. No time to waste. You've classes to attend.
Revelio.
Okay, I don't think we can do this right now because it kind of keeps us stuck to the quest line here with the professor. I suppose I can give it a quick try. Doesn't hurt. But guys, these doors, you're going to see these throughout Hogwarts Castle. There's always a hidey hole behind these. And notice you've got these symbols. They're actually numbered, and it starts with 0, so it can get quite confusing. The owl is number 0, unicorn is 1, that ram head-looking thing is number 2, the 3-headed snake number 3, and so on. It goes all the way down to 9 for that deal. And if you want to know the puzzle, you've got a single question mark and a double question mark. So basically, you have to apply those numbers to the pictures, and then you get an equation. So notice the number, we'll work with that top triangle first. Number 13 is in the middle. You've got a number 1 on the bottom left of that triangle. You got a spider and a question mark. So basically you have to make all 3 of those outer numbers match 13. So right now, you know, we've only got a 1, which means we would need 12 more for the spider. Or excuse me, we have to add the 1 to whatever value the spider has, and whatever that difference is from 13 is going to be our question mark. So spider is 8. That would be number 8 over there. So we're up to 9 so far on that puzzle, which means we have 4 more to go to make 13. So what is number 4 on the symbols here? Number 4 would be that 3-headed snake. So go over to your single question mark. Well, let me do it. Maybe. Quickly! I better get back over there before I time out. Wait a minute, did I count that wrong? I probably did. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. See, even I do it. It's hard to remember to start with 0. Like, that makes it super confusing. So that thing kind of looks like an owl on a perch or something or other. That thing. And then we apply that same type of deal to the bottom one. So we got the 3-headed snake. 0, 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 and 13. Make 16. So 5 more to make 21. So we need to find number 5 here now. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like that. I don't know. It looks like the thing from Stranger Things on Netflix. So yeah, we need to find the Stranger Things monster. There it is. He does not look very happy. And then once you've got those 2 question mark things in proper place, you should be able to open the door. And again, guys, you're going to want to get a head start on this stuff. So any chance you can get. Now, these super suit items, they may or may not, you know, be something we want to equip. But they all sell. And that's going to be your main income of gold in this game. So yeah, always do your looting. And then always go sell the stuff that you loot to make sure you've got that income coming in.
Opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
Okay, so it's just kind of showing you how to use the flue flames here. I talked about that a little bit. But again, the stuff in white you cannot use yet. You can only go to the greens. You can actually track down the whites, which is a nice feature. You can basically open whatever, you know, sub-area you want on the map. And you can actually, like, highlight that to track a route to get there to be able to unlock that flue flame. It's quite handy. And this is going to save you a grip of time, because again, guys, like Hogwarts, it's massive. So many places to go in this little castle. Like, it'll blow your mind. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what it wants us to do now. Use our... maybe it wants us to fast travel?
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
I adore the hustle and bustle.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the Hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak. That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
I don't know what you're talking about. But, you know, I always play this way because he asks us to keep it between us, so, you know, I'm going to honor that. But it really doesn't matter how you play this. Just go with your gut and have fun with it.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said. Speak of the devil, Professor Fig. Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
Alright, guys. This is where the game opens up now. It's big. Again, if it's your first playthrough, you're going to get lost in here a few times. Don't worry too much about it. Just try to stay familiar with the map. That will really help you out. You already see a field guide page flying around there. Now, we don't have the spell we need to actually, you know, grab that, but we will. And we'll start collecting field guide pages. There's 2 in here, if not more, floating around up there. And, you know, getting back to this being like a magical type game. Check this out. This is another thing that kind of drew me into the game, like, immediately. And it doesn't look like I can actually activate it right now. Maybe I have to get through this first.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility
with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look. The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
Alright, so now the game opens up. I forgot about that little extra there from what's-his-face. That up arrow, that's kind of nice to have too. It'll kind of show you a physical route of which way you need to go. In addition, I always like to keep an eye on that mini-map, those little yellow dots. That's another pretty solid way to navigate, but sometimes with all the stairs and the twists and the turns, that can get a little confusing. And at that point, I'll hit that up arrow just to kind of show me visually where I need to go, or what staircase to take, or what may have you. Guys, I'm trying to get this fountain to work. It's so cool. I guess they haven't turned it on yet, but yeah, that does a thing. It's super fun.
I just know it.
I really just want to get into the game now. Like, I don't know, at first I was thinking maybe just do all the opening and tutorial scenes first, you know, make that today's deal. And then, you know, tomorrow really start getting into quests and getting outside the castle and exploring, because guys, there is so much to show you. My brains are literally exploding right now. But what I can do is maybe just start out a little slow. Just kind of show you guys some of this, like, free looting you'll be able to do. For example, there's something to this right now, and we can actually do this. I'm going to show you how this works, and they all work the same, by the way. The trick is finding the pesky butterfly.
Hello. I don't believe we've met.
Oh, hello. I'm Lenora. Pardon me if I seem a little distracted at the moment. Everyone thinks I'm utterly balmy. Samantha thinks I'm potty. But it's this painting. I never noticed it before. If I know Hogwarts, and I do, an empty frame doesn't appear for no reason. There's something more to this.
If I have the time, I may look. Could be intriguing.
I've been racking my brains long enough. I hope you'll have better luck than I have.
Alright, so those field guide pages, they're big because they unlock different superpowers, just lots of different things, depending on what kind of field guide you find and where you find it. They are attached to different unlocks. So I always like to do these when I come across them. I will be doing these on the way for the most part throughout my gameplay.
I should look around in case it's nearby.
Okay, so what that does is when you turn on your lantern there, it'll show you a snapshot of where this thing is hiding. And this one happens to be close. Right down here.
This looks like the location from the
and you'll
painting.
actually see the butterfly, like no
What could be
kidding.
so special about it?
And to get that thing to follow you, you'll have to light your lamp one more time.
Let's
And
get
it'll
you back
kind
to
of
your
follow
frame,
that
little moth.
lamp. And then what you'll have to do is more or less aim your wand. And you can hold down the left trigger to see where your cursor is aiming. You have to aim it at the picture, and then hit your right trigger, and that'll slap it into place. Field guide revealed. Booyah. And again, guys, field guides are huge. The more you can get, the better you'll be. Earlier game settings. So yeah, always go out of your way to collect every field guide page you possibly can. And you already see I got another puzzle coming into view here. Whoops. So there's a double question mark, which means that hidey hole is not far. Alright, number 21. So we got 0, 1, 2. 11 plus 2 is 13. So it looks like we got a difference of 8 there on the top one. And number 8 happens to be the spider. So single question mark is spider. Bottom is going to be... Okay, that's number 9. The Stranger Things thing is number 5. So 5 and 9 is 14. That leaves a difference of 3, which would be the three-headed snake. Booyah.
Have you ever flown over the black...
And we can actually start equipping some of these super suit stuffs that we're finding. They're probably not going to be super amped up yet. There's not going to be any badges, which are additional superpowers. But, you know, likely increase the armor rating of what we're already holding. So go to your gear. Anything that you have something new in, it'll highlight. And look at that. That's not holding any kind of value whatsoever as far as defense rating goes. But this one does. It says up 2 there in that green. On offense and the defense, no upgrades applied. Okay, so this is more for offense. This is attack power. So yeah, every super suit item is going to have either an offensive rating or a defensive rating. So anything I can use to increase those two numbers will be huge. Okay, nothing going on here. Nothing going on here. But I do have some fun stuff here that I can choose from. Up 2, I will take it. And some of these look pretty goofy, I know. And there's a way to get in here and like make it look different. Change appearance. Notice it highlights there in yellow at the bottom of that little screen. So yeah, you can go in here and you're not going to have unlocked, you know, a lot unlocked right away, but you can change what it looks like, or you can actually just take it off and have like bare, you know, nothing equipped on there. It still exercises the rating in the offense or the defense. You're just not actually visually wearing it. In other words, it's invisible. I don't know why that was so difficult to say. So yeah, let's see what we can make this look like. I do have some favorites. Of course, again, they're not going to be unlocked yet. But, I don't know, I'll just kind of run through them real quick, see if I can live with any of these. Oh, that looks pretty wild. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I think I might stick with that one. Awesome! I normally go with nothing on the overcoat, but just because that one looks so cool, I'll go for it. And then, yeah, these are all just kind of like whatever. I do have a favorite that I like to wear. I don't have that unlocked yet, however. I guess that goes best with the overcoat. And there is a save feature in here. I always like to keep a good hard save going. A good running hard save. That way, you know, if I get into a quest or something and I just don't feel it, or, you know, I make a decision I regret, I can always reload that save, give it another go, and be good to go. Yeah, nice head start on some looting here. These cabinets, yes, there is something to that, but that'll come later. There's like these flying keys. And guys, they're a beast. They're tough to get in there. I'll show you a trick to that when the time comes. But yeah, just know that those things are not awesome. Now, you heard that bell? That means there's a field guide page close. So that's another reason you're going to notice in this playthrough, I'm just going to be kind of walking around, randomly casting Revelio. And the louder the ding, the closer you are. So the faint dings that you're hearing right now are the far away flying around pages. Okay, got another Flue Flame. Booyah. This game is so much fun, guys. Like, I'm already getting giddy. I was definitely ready for another play on this. Okay, I just heard a ding. And I think this is going to be later, like there's a class that we have to attend here, but, you know, since I'm here, I'm just going to grab the stuff now. Or maybe I should be grabbing it later. When I'm actually here for class. Too late now. Thought we had more chests and stuff in here, but might be we have to go further down. There's also going to be a door locking system. And we can't get in any of them right now. That's going to come a little bit later. As we're going to Hogsmeade, we're going to come across Professor Moon. And that'll open up Moon's Moons. And yeah, we have to go around and collect like moons in order to increase our ability to unlock higher grade locks. So that'll be a lot of fun here when the time comes. Oh yeah, let's go ahead and finish out that little side quest I started.
Lenora, I solved the mystery of that painting.
You did? How?
I found the location depicted in the painting, and then I cast Lumos to guide a moth back to the frame.
All very logical, I suppose. Pity I was so close to solving it. You have a knack for solving riddles. Natty's good at that too. So is Meat, although he does tend to over-explain. Well, I'm glad someone figured it out. The moth! I should have seen that.
Okay, so anytime you complete a quest, main quest, side quest, any kind of relationship quest, it doesn't matter, you're going to get XP, and that's going to be your main leveling driver in this entire game. So guys, that's just another reason I say do everything, talk to all NPCs, do as many side quests and main quests as you possibly can. That's going to be your progression. That's going to level your character, that's going to add to both defense and offense, that's going to unlock new rewards, that's going to unlock things in your perk trees, just a number of things are attached to that. So yeah, absolutely take the time to do every little quest you possibly can.
Revelio.
We got another hidey hole here. Awesome. And I don't want to get too far away from this main area right now. I just really kind of wanted to, you know, dip our toes in a little bit. That's the library. That's quite extensive. There's a lot to that. But guys, we're going on 2 hours here, and I kind of just wanted this first streamer video to be, you know, again, opening, background story. It's all tutorial. It's all cutscenes. So I think this is a real good breaking point. When I get back into it tomorrow, guys, we're just going to start getting into some quests. Now, on that note, I'll bumper over here to quests. You can prioritize. So based on your play style, you can kind of make the priority the superpower you want to unlock. So that's the way I'm going to play, is based on my play style, the casts that I heavily rely on, you know, in combat and just everyday gameplay. Those are the classes and the skills and the charms and the casts that I'm going to be unlocking first. So Accio, we're going to be using that to get those pesky field guide pages that are flying around. And then this is another important one, Levioso, that levitates. That's going to be key in a lot of the puzzles and stuff in this game. And guys, when I say it's like a Zelda parallel type game, where you have that Zelda feel while you're playing, the puzzles, so many puzzles. So yeah, both of these are going to be integral. It doesn't matter really which order we do these 2 initial ones in. We're going to be using both of these pretty heavily. So anyway, yeah, when we come back, we're just going to get into those. We're going to get those cleaned out. I'll show you more of Hogwarts Castle. And guys, it'll start opening up. We'll be able to get out into the open world, you know. We'll explore some new towns, villages. Hogsmeade is a lot of fun. We're going to be getting into combat. We're going to be killing our first ogre. We're going to be getting a new wand. Just all sorts of fun to be had. So folks, I definitely hope to see you back tomorrow. I'll show you some more of the game where it's more opened up to us. And until then, I hope that helps you all out. If you wouldn't mind taking a moment to like, share, subscribe, comment, I always appreciate that. And until the next time, best of luck and happy hunting. Alright guys, definitely hoping you're digging this so far. I know there wasn't a lot there in that first video. I know, it's mostly story, background, cutscenes, just tutorial. But, you know, it really opens you up. It sets the stage for the game. So, yeah, I can't wait to get into this. Anyway, guys, thank you all so much for hanging out. Definitely appreciated your time today. After I shut the live stream off, if you wouldn't mind going back into the recorded version, which is going to be under the live tab on my channel, I'd like to hear your thoughts and comments down there, just to kind of tell me what you're thinking so far. I love that chat, guys. I always value that. So yeah, please share your thoughts and share feedback, just whatever you'd like. I'll definitely be catching up with comments here as we go. So again, guys, thank you all so much for hanging out. So glad to hear. Thank you so much, guys. So American Justice, yeah, thanks for asking. I will be live again today, but that'll be for Super Mario Galaxy 1. I'm almost done with that game, about halfway through. So I'm doing like one dome at a time, so tonight's dome will probably be the library dome, I believe. Heck, I can't remember what all the domes are called now, but yeah, we're definitely going to get into some Super Mario Galaxy later tonight, and that'll be right around 8 p.m. Central. So yeah, should be fun. Thanks again so much, guys. We'll see y'all later. Peace out, everybody.